fun, too. I was looking for some spectacle for once. On day 15, we had a big driving day. We departed Tennessee and drove
What is
more than 600
up?
miles to a
Hello.
hotel outside of Philadelphia. And on day 16, we got ready to have
Margarita meals today from your favorite restaurant. The most chill place on earth.
That's not true.
By your boy, Jimmy B,
Oh.
Jimmy Buffett.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, greatest American singer-songwriter. Greatest this earth.
I don't know what's happening with you right now. This is...
Burger in Paradise.
Yeah, no, we've had it.
Hello, Crockpot.
His other
Hello,
songs.
Selena.
The first
Hello,
stop of the day was
Danny.
in Atlantic City, New Jersey, which is sort of like the Vegas of the Northeast. And normally I would not make that distinction, but in order to reach
Hello,
the
Carolina.
Margaritaville, we had to walk through an entire...
Carolina. Yeah, Carolina. Hello, Gabby. Oh, it's raining where you're at? Nice. I'm doing pretty good. I couldn't go live yesterday because my mom took the day off.
Casino. So we reached the
So,
Margaritaville, and Eddie was
you know, she was
behaving
home,
even
and
stranger.
I have to stay inside the
This
house
is
during the
trying to
day
be
because
cool or
the
chill.
tent is
I'm not
way
sure what he's
too
going
hot
for.
during
He
the
also was
day,
looking at
so
the menu like he was seeing
I
it
couldn't
for the
go
first
live
time,
yesterday.
and not the 14th
Pero
consecutive time in 60
I can go
days.
live
But hey,
today.
another margarita,
I took a
another
really
round of the
long
same
morning
famous
nap.
food, and he tried to steal some of mine like a little
Like a
rat.
really
Another
long
photo
morning
taken
nap.
of us.
I didn't wake up
Clearly
until
having
1.
the time of my life.
So yeah.
Look at me. I'm so happy. And after we finished, as is customary,
Hello,
a quick
Carly.
touch
Hi,
with the
Jenny.
Atlantic
Hi,
Ocean.
Nitro.
Then it was time to move on.
Hello, Bloodsuck. Hello, Christina. Hello, Nyla.
I just didn't understand how Eddie could be having such a good time. To be honest, it was kind of
Oh my
pissing me
goodness,
the fuck
Nitro.
off. I
Well,
don't
enjoy
know
whatever
who
you
he
get,
was
my love.
becoming, But it was clear he had a very different view of Jimmy Buffett than me.
Happy Friday.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that, man.
Wow. What are you doing?
Sorry?
What are you doing?
I'm just very interested in my Jimmy Buffett book. Tales from Margaritaville.
No, I have
Your
no
kind of
weekend
book.
plans, my love.
I know about it. You've been reading it for like 2 days
If anything,
straight.
I need to get the phone fixed, so I'm probably gonna do that.
Sometimes you just gotta learn to go with the flow of things.
I'm gonna ask my aunt if she can drive me to Best Buy.
Sometimes the water comes in and you just gotta go in with it. Sometimes
That's
you
called a
drag
rip
it out.
tide.
Rip
But I'm gonna
tide
do
it
that
out.
tomorrow.
It's all gonna be good.
I just am kind of confused on why you didn't give this sort of energy when we were going every rainforest down
You don't understand why I'm enjoying going to beautiful beaches rather than going to
A beautiful forest? You need to tell me exactly what I should like so much about these experiences at Margarita.
No animatronic screaming in your face.
Okay, that's negative.
You just gotta do what I've been doing. Not having a problem at all and not totally freaking out and just being chill and not freaking out.
Why are
and
you
trying to figure out
specifying
how
all
to
these
do it.
things? And it wasn't just Eddie that was acting weird, because I think these restaurants are doing something to me as well.
Hello,
Jeez.
Target.
Despite this, I had high hopes for our next Margaritaville, which we would find in the city of New York, home of the Times Square Margaritaville and our final Margaritaville resort. They somehow managed to fit the flip-flop in this one. And hey, check out this view. That's pretty good. We were joined at this
Oh,
Margaritaville
nice.
with my best pals from
I'm not gonna be able to
college,
watch
Katie
the Barbie
and Devin.
movie.
I'm
I
not
wanted
sure
to
what
watch
expected
it, but
from
I'm not gonna
Times
be able to.
Square Margaritaville, but I for sure did not expect this. They had a giant replica of the Statue of Liberty holding a margarita. It was playing music, there were stingrays and lights. Oh, shoot, this is kind of cool. This is kind of cool. Katie and Devin were having a good time. It was a fancy Margaritaville, so our food was good. Oh, God, I'm confused. Do I like this place? No.
Yes,
It's
I have
just
the
a
money to
margarita.
fix the phone, my
Tricks
love.
on me. That's what this is. This is just a trick. But
I got paid by
alcohol's
YouTube today,
alcohol.
so
I'm
that's
here with
the
friends and we're
rest
here
of the
to
money
do it,
that I
so
needed.
Might as well have a good time.
Yes, I am high. I am pretty high.
When you want Chuck to disappear, all you have to do is point.
I'm watching Ted Niveson's
My head. I woke up that morning hungover.
Point
and
of view of
realized,
the
oh my God,
Margaritaville
there
video
were
shit.
Still more Margaritavilles to go. Although now that I think about it, that Times Square one was kind of cool. I mean, no, that can't be right. There were no animatronics, no safari fries. Possible that Margarita? Well, whatever. Let's get out of here. Goodbye, giant flip-flops. See you never again. It was time to hit the road. From New York City, we'd be driving all the way up to Syracuse, New York for another Margaritaville. And during a stop, I noticed that something was happening to my facial hair. Not sure what that's about, but before we reached Syracuse, we would meet up with a special friend along the way. My best friend, Tucker Keene.
Eddie, hey man, we go way back, you know? Good to see you. It's just, very sorry you're dead, I know.
Fucking asshole. For the rest of our drive to Syracuse, I actually rode with Tucker. See ya, Eddie.
Should I show them the condition in which your car is?
Hey, how about just
You're in.
You know, it'd be funny if Eddie and I got in a car accident. That would be funny. And on your video, you could be like, Eddie fucking rear-ended us and it's such his fault.
Eventually, we arrived in Syracuse at the Destiny Mall. This was a really large
Hello,
mall,
Cosmic
those
Girl.
crazy
What's up,
Mall
baby?
of America type sized ones. And it actually was the first time that we would go to a Margaritaville in a mall. I didn't know they did that. I thought that was Rainforest Cafe's thing. This was one of the more depressing Margaritavilles we had been to. The blender at the front was in pieces. Tucker started investigating inside it. And when we sat down, half of the restaurant did not have people in it. And it was Saturday. Another margarita down the hatch, and the food was alright. It's probably one of the lower ranked Margaritavilles if I had to choose. But that wasn't the only location we'd be going to today. So we waved goodbye to Tucker and his wonderful wife Emma. See you later. And began our drive to the one and only Canadian Margaritaville in Niagara, Ontario. All we had to do was just get through border patrol, and we did on the first try. We've gotten
The
better
burgers were
at
great.
crossing the border.
Yes,
Obviously,
last night
Niagara
we
is
had
where one of
chicken
the best
sandwiches. We had like
Rainforest
little
Cafes
chicken
is located.
sandwiches that I
changed
made as
into an
well.
outfit to try to convince Eddie to let us go.
Obviously with Satine. There are these fake chicken sandwiches by this one company called Light Life, I think.
So, without stopping at the Rainforest Cafe,
And they're pretty good.
we
They're
had
pretty
to
good
Canada's
fried chicken.
Margaritaville. What I didn't know was how much this location would affect me. We got sat down right next to a giant projector, which was playing more Jimmy Buffett propaganda. And normally I'd be frustrated.
I
with
was a
this,
Barbie
but then
girl as
something
well.
Shocking
But
caught
was I
my
a Brat?
eye.
But I was more of a Bratz girl probably. Because I had the Bratz games and stuff. But I would play the Barbie games online. So I don't know. I was a little bit
I
of
was
both.
blessed with a vision of a pirate mascot in this location wearing a Margaritaville shirt. What was the meaning of this? Did Margaritaville have a mascot and I didn't know? And was I falling in love with this mascot? No, that's ridiculous. There's no way I was falling in love with this pirate mascot. That's crazy. I didn't know how to process these feelings I was having, and before I had a chance to try another volcano alert, but this time a giant animatronic bottle of tequila comes out of nowhere and begins pouring tequila into the giant Margaritaville blender. They have animatronics too? Wait, what's going on? The menu was special as well. I got a spicy margarita and it was really good. We got poutine as well and it was delicious. I could feel something stirring inside me, something I hadn't felt in a while. Was it possible? And as we exited this Canadian Margaritaville, I began to peruse the gift shop and I saw this giant Niagara Falls margarita.
Stop it, Jenny.
I must resist.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry, got a little excited there. We finished the night by enjoying a fireworks show over Niagara Falls, and man, Canada, you have done something to me for sure. Tomorrow we begin our journey west for our final
That
5
is so
Margaritavilles.
hilarious. But yeah, no, they do look weird when you, they do in fact look fucking weird when you, take the shoes off.
Next up on this
It's 'cause they have big-ass feet.
Demona's Margaritaville was admittedly not in the prettiest location. Something about these margaritas was tasting better, I think. The food was tasty, and I left there with a smile on my face. This is weird. I'm gonna have to see a therapist after this because I don't know what's happening to me. After Cleveland, we drove 350 miles to just outside Chicago, Illinois, where that night we'd crash at Eddie's mom's
You used to
place,
trade
because
brats,
tomorrow
wow.
We'd be heading into the city.
That's crazy.
As we commuted
Monster
into
High,
Chicago, these feelings I was having were not going away. Was I going through a metamorphosis too? Something still was stirring
Monster
inside my
High,
soul, but I hadn't figured it
Monster
out yet.
High.
When we got
I remember when I
Chicago, we
found
met
out
with
the
Eddie,
web
cooler and
series. I was like,
more
ooh, cool.
charming and
Because I
sexier
never had
every
any of the
time we
dolls.
met.
I
This is
never
also
owned
doing,
any of the
but
Monster High
illustrious
dolls.
Danny
I owned a
Gonzalez
My
is
Scene
very
doll
ready
before I
to go
owned a
to
fucking
the
Monster
This
High doll
had
for
the
some
vibes
reason.
of an old
But,
Chicago bar and grill.
I did
Andy
used to
and
watch
Tony
the
seemed
web
to be
series
having a
when I was a
good
kid.
time. And again, so was I. The margaritas were good, and I ordered more fried food. Eddie seemed to be having like a stomach ache or something, but I'm sure he'll come back around. Although Danny got a little bit worried when the volcano alert came on the TV.
Is that real? Laura, get in the basement. Get the dogs and get in the basement. Just go! Never mind. No, just a goose.
And they started playing Margaritaville. That song isn't so bad. So we left that restaurant, and surprisingly, I was feeling pretty good. So we headed to the Bean.
Yeah, Monster High was like past our
I
time.
promise you don't touch me.
Said our goodbyes to Tony and Danny, and prepared to head to our next Margaritaville.
Yes, they are making some of the Monster High shoes. That is very true.
9 in 10 women
Hello.
feel pressure to conform to
I'm
social
doing great,
norms.
my
This is
love.
ideal.
Hello, Les. I'm
Acceptable,
doing
if
good.
you're perfect. I don't see anything that tells you to embrace your gray.
New Dove Love Your Hair collection with customized ingredients to love your silver, your waves, your curls. Love your hair.
Yeah, I never owned a doll.
On day 20, we
Never
departed
owned a
Chicago
Monster High
and began
doll.
our drive to Bloomington, Minnesota for our third to last Margaritaville. My feelings on this restaurant were as cluttered as ever, and this became even more apparent as we reflected on the trip thus far.
Man, especially because this trip is longer, I am really getting tired of these, man. I'm just kind of glad, that we can enjoy being a little miserable.
What is up, Ernest?
I don't know, man. I mean,
I'll take a hit in a second. Give me a minute.
I'm kind of suspicious of Jimmy, but things have happened, and I'm,
Where do these things have happened?
I'm on it.
Are you not tired of drinking sweet cocktails almost every day?
Well, they've got fun names.
If I handed you a vial with a skull and crossbones on it, and I said, drink this, it's called silly, you would taste it?
Well, I don't know. Maybe it could be like a little.
And if I said, drink this, this is poison, what would you do? Are you thinking about it?
Well, I don't know.
What if I said, drink this
Just give
poison?
it some time to think. Well, what if it's like a little character?
What do you mean?
Like, what if it's a little character, like a mascot that came up and said, hey, try this.
Now this poison,
I'd give it a thought.
that's not good, dude.
It's respectful to the character.
You don't need to respect somebody who's telling you to drink poison. Dude, what? I don't understand what's going on there.
We've only got 3 more. Maybe I'll figure it out by the time we do those last ones. But I mean, what we're at 43, what time is it?
It's 5.
It's 5.
5 o'clock right now.
Okay.
Are you good with coffee?
Yeah, no.
It's a little bit weird, so we finished our drive, arriving at the Mall of America in Bloomington, Minnesota at 5 o'clock. And after a little bit of searching, we finally made it to the Margaritaville at 5 o'clock. What we didn't expect was for this Margaritaville to be across the hall from the Rainforest Cafe. You can see it in the background of my last video. We had been standing right across from this restaurant a year before, completely unaware we'd be returning here to go to the same spot to go to the restaurant across the hall. Entering this Margaritaville, my conflicted feelings were reaching their breaking point. I was enjoying myself. How could this be possible without the attributes of the Rainforest Cafe? I began to consume, and this food was tasting so good. I was enjoying myself. The environment was wonderful and tropical and stupid, too. Another margarita at this hour? What time is it? 5 o'clock. No, that can't be right. It was just 5 o'clock. It was just 5 o'clock. Oh, God, I'm realizing it now. It's not just 5 o'clock somewhere. Oh, God, it's 5 o'clock everywhere. What's happening to me? What a stupid phrase. It just justifies drinking at inappropriate times. Just say that you want to drink at 12:30 in the afternoon. This place is so silly, so ridiculous. How could something like it exist? I reached for my final semblance of sanity, the cheeseburger in paradise.
Ugh, I got so much resin all over my hands.
It's loud. It's a crashing wave. What is Margaritaville?
No, I haven't, Crockpot. I have not watched that yet.
God. Oh my God. I figured it out. I think I figured it out. I had been wandering in the dark.
What's
It
the
was with me
plot?
this whole
Nothing,
time.
babes.
It had been this whole trip. I can't believe I didn't see it before. I've been so blind to reality. The theme, it was all around me. In the air, in the sky, in its kooky character. Hell, even in this roller coaster. It was all so clear to me now. I finally understood what I actually like about themed restaurants. I finally understood why I love the Rainforest Cafe. And as a result, why I think I love Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville, too. It wasn't about animatronics or safari fries or gorillas at all. A themed restaurant was so much more, and yet so simple. It just had to be stupid. And it was so stupid. And so I realized Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville was a themed restaurant, at least by my definition. I could finally truly enjoy this restaurant just like I could the Rainforest Cafe. And lucky for me, well, we still had 2 more. On day 21, we began our
I don't know, dude.
600-mile drive from
I don't know.
Tulsa, Oklahoma. This was a long drive.
I don't know, and
Boy,
to
I
be
was
completely
feeling
honest,
for
I
my
don't really
second
care.
favorite themed restaurant, Margaritaville, powered me through it. Eventually, we'd reach Margaritaville.
I mean, I
number
haven't seen
21
Homeboy
at
in
the
like
River
what?
Sierra
It's been
Casino
like
in Tulsa.
a month and a
this is also
half,
where
2
we'd
months
see
now.
our very first
I don't even know, dude. Time
Margaritaville
keeps ticking.
Casino, which basically
It's been a
means
long ass
all-you-can-eat
time.
Gambling and quotes on the walls encouraging that mindset. I'm going to conveniently ignore this portion of the language we're using here around gambling, Jimmy, because I think we're on the same page for once, and I don't want to ruin this thing we got going on, okay? This Margaritaville would be our final fancy Margaritaville. Everything we ate here tasted good. And you know I'm getting the poke nachos again. Yummy, yum, yum. In my tummy, tum. That's what I say. That's what I've always said. We were graced with another volcano alert, in which this time the margarita would come out of the volcano and waterfall into the giant blender. Really a lot of minerals in that margarita. But despite the dinner and a show we were receiving from Margaritaville today, Eddie was not showing the same enthusiasm for Margaritaville anymore. So the next day, I decided to kindly and maturely speak to him about it.
Probably like a month or so,
When are you going to change your name?
I would say.
Oh, I don't know. I just
2
thought,
months.
Based on the way you're acting, maybe you'd be changing your name to Mr. Hates Fun, the last name Margaritaville.
What, I hate fun for just being a little bit exhausted? I don't understand what...
I don't know, you tell me, man.
¿Qué
I got to where
pasa,
you're
Petunia?
at.
Where's
I
Taco?
was suspicious
Taquito.
from Jimmy, and then I opened up my heart to
Taco?
the margaritas. Now all of a sudden you start
Are you there?
eating Margaritables? What's the deal, man?
So I just want to start off. I don't think whatever place
He's probably
we're in
asleep.
is where I was at all during the trip. And to be honest, honestly, I want to ask you, you weren't enjoying it when we had like good locations or when we started it, when we were just kind of having a couple of drinks.
I just didn't get it.
I just don't understand how we go to more and more of these restaurants, and you like it more, and to be honest, you get weird.
What do you mean I get weird?
All I would need to do is hold up a mirror to you saying that.
Well, unfortunately for you, there's no mirrors and cars and Jesus. I just don't understand why we can't be on the same page, okay? We go on the entire trip where we go to Rainforest Cafe, you hate it, you're miserable the whole time, and then we go on this Margaritaville trip, you're loving it, I don't know what's going on, but then I start to like it, and I'm seeing maybe the magic is in the sauce, maybe Jimmy has something going on. I thought that maybe we'd understand ourselves. For once, but now, so I asked you, Eddie, why can we not get on the same page? It's who we are, Ken.
Oh, it's who we are. We're different people, okay? You would eat at a restaurant that would give you food poisoning multiple times if there was just a little animal product to keep you company, okay? And I like to complain about things sometimes. All right, is that so bad? It's who we are.
Well, then I guess that's it.
Yeah,
I guess
that's it. You don't have to say it twice. I said yeah. You said it a third time.
Yes, I'm still on dating apps.
Was it true? Were Eddie and I destined to never be on the same page about these restaurants? I racked my brain, trying to think of a way to bring them back to the light. There was only one location left, so I had to think fast. And that's when I realized there was still a chance to save him. The last possible thing that could get Eddie on my side once again. Margaritaville's homemade key lime pie. A dessert infused with the soul of the original Margaritaville in Key West. It was the only thing I could do to bring the spirit of Jimmy Buffett back to young Burback's heart. And what a perfect place for our final Margaritaville. Las Vegas, where the seeds were sown for this entire trip. I was ready to implement my plan and bring Eddie back onto my side. However, it seemed like Eddie had done some soul searching as well, because he had a surprise for me.
Stand right there. Ted, we are headed to the final Margaritaville. But what do you say we make one pit stop first? Do you want to go to the Rainforest Cafe and get one drink?
I do.
That's right. Before our final Margaritaville, Eddie and I were going back one final time to the Rainforest Cafe. And it was so beautiful. Hello, giant pillar of giant fruit. Hello, animatronic gorilla. Hello, Tracy Tree. You
I'll take
weirdo.
another
Big
hit.
starry rainforest sky. And
Hello, Tora. I'm doing great, my love.
Oh my God, I missed the.
I'm watching the Ted Nivison Margaritaville video right
We
now.
appropriately got Cheetoritas, and they were so
It's a good video.
so bad, but so good at the same time. time. I could feel Eddie and I coming
I am not
together
gonna DM
again.
Amberlynn. That is
So
so
we
no.
said our goodbyes
That
to
is too
Rainforest
much.
Cafe and kept going because we had one final stop to make, our final Margaritaville. So we entered that restaurant. We sat once again in a boat design booth. We raised our margaritas in celebration. And there it was, in all its glory, a key lime pie. And with one single bite of that tropically infused dessert, we realized what we had done. Oh yeah, we did. We had done it again. Every Margaritaville in the United States and Canada. Through the trials and tribulations,
Amazing.
the rainforests and the beaches. We had traveled across an entire continent twice just to go to some themed restaurants. We completed 2 road trips for the stupidest reason ever. And you know, despite our differences,
Veronica Beard. It all started with Veronica Beard and Veronica Beard.
We married runners.
VSB, a dog lover.
Fun fact, I'm allergic to dogs.
GMD, a basketball lover.
I'm awesome at that.
2 women who shared one clear
I know.
1,860 calories? Are you joking? Oh my lord, for one f***ing meal? That's crazy.
Oh, nice. Hassan did a video for. Okay, bitch, we're watching this. I don't care.
I kind of want to watch Eddie Bareback and Ted Niven's video.
Girl, oh my god. You want me to audition for season 2, girl? No! I don't want to fucking get. I do not want to be forced into a date with someone with a fucking neck beard and 2 children, girl. I do not want to go on a date with someone like that. No.
I just
No.
wish that, like, the issue is, like, being... The issue is being on...
Do it for the money,
being on
girls.
Twitch all the time. You don't really get a lot of...
No, dude. Oh my god.
Like, you can't just, like, really
I
log
could
off
never.
and take time to make, like, cool, fun, interesting things like this. What's
And
stopping
he
me
has
from
2
doing
kids.
that
Like, that
form
is
of
too
content? I mean,
much.
I've literally
That's too
posted,
much.
I have 180 hours to film.
I don't want to be a mama.
And
The
also,
fuck? I am too young
yeah,
for
I just
that.
don't have time. I don't have time
I
to
do
it.
not
But
wanna be a
Twitch
mother.
streaming requires you to the top of the hour ever to stop us from watching and reacting to us. Can you please someone use this fucking guy? Bad Twitch watching etiquette. IRL streaming, it's not the same. What are you talking about? You think IRL streaming could be done with this? Do you know how many hours of driving is required to go to every fucking Margaritaville? Like, that would be unimaginably boring content.
So, you clicked on the video thinking, is this guy really going to go to every Margaritaville in the country? Well,
I
technically...
love how I watch videos like.
Because I'm going to every Margaritaville in the country and Canada! Margaritaville.
That's true, Toria. That's true.
Restaurant chain created by America's
That's very
greatest
true.
singer-songwriter, James William
I don't.
Buffett, a.k.a. Jimmy Buffett.
I'll look
Now,
into
if you
it.
don't know
I'll look
Jimmy
into
Buffett,
it.
Let me catch you up before we hit the road. Hi, I'm Jimmy. Jimmy Buffett is a multi-platinum artist who's been touring the world since the 1980s.
I will look
but think
into
of
it.
Jimmy less as a musician and more like royalty. Because this man has built an
I don't feel like
empire
saying
in the last
Bloodsuck.
few
I'm sorry,
decades
my
by
love.
not just writing tropical country-style songs, but by creating a world around his music. And no song has built that empire more than Margaritaville. Margaritaville is a simple tune.
I've literally never heard this song. I just know it as like culturally relevant. I've never heard this song. I don't really understand what Margaritaville is, even though objectively I'm a very Margaritaville-ass motherfucker. I wear Hawaiian shirts all the time. I feel like that's a Margaritaville thing to do.
¿Qué pasa,
It was
Betty?
created by Jimmy in the late 70s that then inspired the creation of his restaurant, Jimmy Buffett's
Yeah.
Margaritaville. As the
I need to
business started
fucking-
thrive, they made Margaritaville shirts.
I need to
shot
post
glasses,
about it more.
chains, and other
That's
merch until they
all.
expanded the Margaritaville hotels and
I need to post
resorts
about it
across
more.
the globe. But the restaurant that started it all is the official Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville. There are 22 locations in the United States and Canada, with one in development in Boston, Massachusetts. We will be hitting every single one. Last year, Ted Nivison and I went to every single Rainforest Cafe in the country. There were 18 total locations, and it took us 3 weeks to do it. The trip also nearly drove me insane. So you must be thinking, what kind of moron would go on such a pointless road trip, not enjoy it, and then decide just 1 year later to do another, even longer, pointless road
Petunia
trip?
has
Pet-
Petunia.
Petunia.
Petunia. The bitch over there has super long fucking legs. She looks funny.
Universal Studios Hollywood. City Walk is just an outdoor mall in front of the theme park, but you might recognize it from
Do you ever have a
Justin
chance to go to the
Bieber's
movie
famous
theaters?
video game. And I can't tell you what kind of honor it was. to
Not
start this
recently,
journey.
sweetheart. I
Even
mean,
Chris himself told us that when
I
he
ain't
was
got money for that
13,
shit.
He had his first love. As we
The Skinwalker one is Petunia. Petty. Petunia!
A DSW.
the new Motorola Razr Plus. As we headed
¿Qué
to the restaurant,
pasa,
I was getting
Petunia?
increasingly nervous because this trip is even longer. So I was about to find out what I
Ven
was
aquí.
dedicating a 12th
I
of
like that
my
this bitch actually
year
comes
to.
when you tell her
After
to come.
finally
Ven.
arriving, we were greeted almost immediately by
Like, that's insane. They took an entire month out of the year to make one fucking video. You know what I'm
¿Qué
saying?
pasa,
Margaret
Petunia?
sign. And I could not have
Which is
guessed
awesome.
what was inside. Jimmy Buffett's light.
That's awesome.
I know.
It's just like not something I could do sustainably while also simultaneously Twitch streaming.
I love
And,
you
know,
so.
No, can't do this totally IRL. Please stop. Dude. You have no fucking concept
I
of
love
how
you
goddamn
so.
difficult this type of shit is. Okay? You just literally don't understand. You don't know. You don't know. It's impossible. Like, people in this industry, and in every industry as a matter of fact, YouTubers and whatnot, look to what I do. Okay? Look to what I do when I go to like Japan and stuff. Like, I'm out of my fucking mind. You guys take it for granted.
I love
Okay? You take it for granted because you're just like
Okay, go.
sitting at home, turning it on and watching.
Go,
Like, what
darling,
do you
go.
understand? You don't understand how fucking logistically difficult the undertaking of a project such as this one would be. Okay? Like, you don't get it. It's just not feasible at all. Unfortunately.
No, yeah, dogs do always act like they get abused. Always. I'm sorry that I love you and I give you hugs and kisses. They're like, ugh,
It is not feasible.
hugs and kisses. It's like, it's like, dude.
Shut the fuck up. It would just be awful as well. If I tried to IRL stream a big part of it. Yeah, I just remember, I'm imagining a
But then if you
30-year-old
ignore
straight
them,
white man every single
and you don't give them hugs and
every
kisses,
single fucking
ooh,
time.
bitch, they get so mad.
Fucking out of this shit.
They get so mad.
across the entire restaurant.
Or when you give hugs and kisses to someone else and not them, fuming.
There was a giant Jimmy Buffett's
They get
margarita
jealous.
stand.
They want the hugs and
He was
kisses.
playing Jimmy video at the table. It began to dawn
Insanity.
on me that this restaurant wasn't named
Insanity.
after the song Margaritaville that Jimmy Buffett made. This entire restaurant was a home dedicated to everything Jimmy Buffett.
Remember in Japan, when we were supposed to go to the
I ate a
fucking,
really good
Margaritaville
breakfast
bar
sandwich
on
this
Ocean?
morning.
And then what happened in that situation?
And what else
Do you
did I
remember?
eat?
Do you
I don't remember what else I ate, but I
happened
ate something else.
where the entire bar was
I know I
full
had
of,
chips with salsa,
the
but
entire
there was
bar
something
was
else that I had.
full to the brim with Hasanabi head.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what we're
yeah, I
having
had that too.
every motherfucking
I'm not gonna say what it was,
Margaritaville
but I remember what it
that we
was.
attended.
The reason I don't want to
They
say is because
even
I
had
stole
my
it.
favorite Jimmy Buffett quote on
I
the wall.
stole it from the
Ford
fridge.
is something tall and strong.
So I don't wanna
These
say what it
stores
was.
to remain unlocked during business hours. As we were seated, we were given the absolute honor of sitting at
NoHo?
the
What the fuck is
table.
NoHo?
Now, the
Northern
most
Hemisphere?
because it's a table that looks like a
I don't know what
boat.
NoHo is. I do not know what NoHo is.
The moment of truth. The menu.
Obviously,
I
it's
was
not
about to
Northern
find
Hemisphere.
out
That doesn't
what
make sense.
22 meals over the
Letters
next
wise.
24 days of my life would look like.
Yeah, no, I don't
To
know what the
my
fuck NoHo
surprise,
is.
It actually wasn't that bad. On our last trip, I was shocked to find things like mojo bones, boom boom sauce,
What is NoHo?
sandwich, and more.
Oh,
This menu
North
looked
Hollywood.
pretty normal, other than the fact that the
Girl,
names
I
of
don't
the
live over
items
there.
are themes to Jimmy Buffett songs.
I would not know that. I am
For my
so
drink,
sorry. I
ordered
don't
a
watch.
margarita, and somebody
I don't watch enough reality
I feel like
TV
that name is a little
based
too
in
complicated, and
Los
after tasting
Angeles.
it, I was correct.
And
Perfect margarita.
yeah,
Jimmy,
and I don't
might
live over
like
there,
this.
so I would
Just
not have known
okay
that. I'm so
margarita.
sorry.
No, that's about the burger.
I did not know that.
Onion rings as an appetizer, and as we waited for our entree, we
Northern
just having a good
Hemisphere.
time.
I was like, I don't
didn't
know.
know there was a stage in this
I don't
restaurant.
know.
It looks like it's fully prepared for live music, but it was completely empty for us, so I'm kind of wondering what that's all about.
What is
But
up, Lavender? Hi, my love.
My Margaritaville marathon with a cheeseburger in paradise, which I believe is Jimmy's second.
What was I gonna get myself right now? Oh, I wanted to get chips and salsa. I'm gonna get chips and
I
salsa.
also need to stress that we
Hold
are
up.
not being paid by Margaritaville on this trip, so as this journey progresses, I will
I want
be
chips and
criticizing
salsa.
Margaritaville the whole way. But Jimmy, if you're watching this, I do take bribes. So our first dinner experience was exactly what you'd expect out of a chain restaurant. The food and drinks were just okay, but it was a dinner with a bunch of friends where we were just having drinks and hanging out. So I had a blast. But that fun was cut short because it was time to.
I'm eating this pineapple salsa from Trader Joe's. I wish I would have bought more whenever it is that I bought this. I don't remember when the fuck I bought this, but I wish I would have bought like 20 of these fucking cans because they're so good.
Jimmy Buffett net worth. Oh my God, he's worth $1 billion. He's worth $1 billion. Oh my Lord, the other land shark is his year. Dude, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, what the fuck, a billionaire, man.
Here's to the healthy heroes, the gluten-free gladiators, the plant-based pioneers. This is our refuge, where we forage fresh produce, delight in the delicious, covet the convenience, and raise our banner for...
Tomorrow we begin one of the most pointless journeys of our entire lives. So I woke up this morning with a stomachache. I think it was almost definitely the Margaritaville food because I had nothing but a breakfast sandwich that morning and then
Lie. He's already slandering the good name of James Jebediah Buffett. Do you see this? He started off on the wrong foot. Oh, must be because of Warren Buffett's younger brother, James Charles Buffett. Fucked up. People who didn't have real parents. Yeah, I have no fucking idea what
burger in paradise and perfect margarita. Completing this Margaritaville trip will mean that I've done 2 tours. I've already experienced my first casualty.
I have to pay.
A tummy hurts. I have a tummy hurt. I really don't like tummy doesn't hurt most days of the trip. You guys don't know how hard it is the new YouTuber. So the plan for the first day was the drive from LA to Phoenix, because the next Margaritaville on our trip was the one in San Antonio, Texas. Now last year we took
This salsa is so freaking good, bro.
across the country. And it,
I hate that it's almost over.
With the Tacoma, as it gets loaded onto its own.
So this year, to avoid ruining Ted's car for good, we decided to rent a newer Tacoma. And I'll be honest, Ted was in denial quite a bit.
It's not squeaking. It's fine. I feel like I'm hearing a squeak right now. This is too clean. The tires are fine. I think it might be tinnitus.
So for the second and final time, we hit the road again. Over 9,000 miles, 22 restaurants, and 24 days on the road. 24 days of my life for Margaritaville. One thing Ted and I immediately realized while driving was that we did not get a truck cover for the rental. And you can't just have your stuff out in the open for rain or for somebody to ski in. We decided to go with camo so people wouldn't see our valuables in the truck bed. They would assume there was just a nice little forest back there. Finally, it was time for bed. We had completed the first day of our new journey, but not before we experienced the smoothest and quietest elevator ride of my entire life. Day 2, the plan for the day is to drive from Phoenix to El Paso. I went for a quick run in the morning and then I hopped into my favorite elevator. Once again, we hit the open road, and I gotta say, as someone who's been pretty busy lately, it's been really nice to just drive and not...
El Paso!
What is the thing? Sorry, as I was saying, it's just good to get out there and hit the open road. Is that really the thing sign? Okay, there are a lot of the thing signs, and we need to stop for gas anyway, so I guess we'll pull off and see it. I would never be able to guess, though, what was in store for me behind those doors. In front of us was an entire museum dedicated to the what-if scenario, how the aliens had come to Earth while dinosaurs were here. Now, I didn't know you could make an entire museum off of that.
Dude, Texas is so odd. It's so fucking strange, dude. I love it. America in general is so fucking weird. That's Arizona? Oh, I thought they were in El Paso. That shit's cool. What do you mean? No, I am. I'm celebrating it, and I'm absolutely saying it's cool as I thought. It's just so weird, dude. It's fucking dope.
Hypothetical scenario. But apparently, the aliens had come to teach the dinosaurs technology, and they were there to teach them technology until a war broke out between the aliens and the dinosaurs. The war got to a point where eventually the aliens had...
Why are they so cheaped up, actually? Like, they're so fucking cheap. They are, like, painfully cheaped up.
They click a big button and send a meteor hurtling towards Earth. And the exhibit...
Also, it's not even a joke. I think this is equally cool than most movies. Sorry, this was
didn't stop there. It told us about all the hypothetical secrets of our history. What if the aliens were a part of World War II? What if they drove around Winston Churchill in a car? And what if 9/11?
Are we implying what I think that we're implying here?
What if Ted did it?
I'm finishing the last of my pineapple salsa.
Oh, that's so sick. Why did you do the JFK assassination? That's what I'm surprised by. Aliens objectively part of,
Delicious.
The thing of my age would have terrified just the secret of hold and what it would mean to our lives. And I was shocked to find that it was just some paper-mache fake skeleton thing. And not only that, the guy who said he found the thing's name was Bingley. Number one move in life, I'm not listening to anyone named Bingley. Day 3, and it was time for Margaritaville number 2. Ted and I spent most of our day crossing about halfway through Texas until we finally arrived at the San Antonio Riverwalk. We actually came here last year, and I just like this spot a lot. It's a very beautiful place in the city. So we finally located our second Margaritaville and met up with our friend Schlatt, who would be joining us for this meal. Now, this being my second Margaritaville ever, I was actually surprised that it looked somewhat similar to the one in City Walk, but it also had like a Texas twist to all of the theming. Immediately Immediately when we sat down, I spotted this quote on the wall, and I had to know where it was from. Turns out it's from one of Jimmy's songs called Who's the Blonde Stranger, where the main character of the song vacations in Texas.
I'm gonna finish my chocolate that I got at Pride.
She got her with a blonde stranger while she's giving over a son.
One last piece of
He wakes up
chocolate.
hungover and he finds that she's also cheating on him with a different blonde stranger named Dan. Is this a...
You know what high protein, low sugar snacks and this ad have in common? You can't skip them.
It's time to bring your dream backyard to life, and you can create the ultimate escape with living spaces and our outdoor collections. Look at everything fast, so you can start relaxing right away. Your outdoor oasis awaits only at Living Spaces. Living Spaces!
Is this a...
Wait, what? Dude, the 70s were awesome. You could just be fucking bald. And be like, perceived as the sexy guy on a TV show or a music video.
Importance of the overall trip? No. Is it important to me that you knew this? Yes. Anyways, I ordered the fish and chips. Margaritaville has so much fried fish and shrimp on the menu that I thought I should definitely
They don't
try
do that
fish and
anymore.
chips because it must be a flagship dish for them. As we waited for our food, I ordered a watermelon margarita that was way too sweet. I also mentioned a stage at the last Margaritaville where it looked like live music could be played. That was happening here, which was kind of nice to hear just somebody play live music in a chain restaurant. Finally, my fish and chips arrived, and
That
these
sucks.
look like frozen fish fillets to you, right?
Hey, put those up on my microwave.
Yeah, that's fucking, I would not trust that. That's crazy.
They tasted okay, and we had a fun time just chatting and drinking over dinner. We seemed to be in the
Oh, my
Texas
Lord.
quarter of the entire restaurant. It had the two things in Texas.
Please do not get abducted, my love.
Big old puddle next to your table. When you see a big old puddle, you know you're in Texas. After finishing dinner, we decided to stroll around the even bigger puddle, the San Antonio River, but not before Ted gracefully took a seat in this big Margaritaville chair.
Yeah.
And honestly, after it was just a really nice time strolling around this area, I remember liking this last year, but for some reason I associated it with something negative. And I can't quite put my finger on what it was, but honestly, I'm having such a good time that it doesn't even matter anymore. Alright, I think it's time to head to bed for tonight. Okay, day 4 of the trip, and we're headed from Austin, Texas to New Orleans, Louisiana. And as
Oh,
we
my
made our way
Lord.
across Texas, we decided to stop at Buc-ee's. If you're unaware of what
When
Buc-ee's
One
is,
Direction
it is a
kidnaps
chain
you
of
and makes
absolutely
you
massive gas
their
stations.
girlfriend,
It is
slave,
chaotic in there, but people love it.
and you have to like bring them lemonade while they sing their songs and shit.
Food inside, they have their own merch. People lose their mind for Buc-ee's, but to be honest, it kind of creeps me out a little bit. And some of these Buc-ee's are so big, busy,
But you
and
love it
frantic that
because
as a
it's One
child,
Direction,
you could easily get lost.
so you don't mind being under their control or whatever
Buc-ee's nuts.
because it's One Direction.
7. Did I say child? Because I meant adult.
Those
I'm
unhinged
lost Ted.
Wendy
I am
imagines,
not
exactly.
freaking out, and Buc-ee doesn't scare me, but yeah, where is Ted? I can't find Ted. All I can find is everything Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's rubs, Buc-ee's nuts, Buc-ee's pillows, Buc-ee's blankets, Buc-ee's onesies. This place is so big, I'm never gonna
I
find
love when people go, oh, it's like a gas station, Costco, Walmart. Guess what? Fucking, I don't know about Walmart, but Costco is not a gas station. Sam's Clubs have gas stations. America, baby.
I officiate the wedding. Oh my lord! Don't I have to get like a permit or something for that?
Where is Ted? Oh, he's just the checkout aisle. Crisis averted. We also ran into this dude Braden who had met us last year while we were on the trip to the Rainforest Cafes because he watches our videos. What are the odds that we see the same guy in a different part of Texas 1 year later for this trip? After our stop at Buc-ee's, we drove all the way to New Orleans. No Margaritaville this night, so we went out on Bourbon Street and had some drinks and a good time. I didn't record a lot because I just wanted to focus on relaxing and having a good time, so we will see you tomorrow. Hitting the road today is special because for the first time on the trip, Ted and I are headed to stay at our first Margaritaville hotel.
I would love to go on a long like
we were shocked
road trip like this, where like you like it's just like you have one mission the whole trip.
That's Margarita
You know?
Metropolis.
Like, I don't know. I feel like that'd be so much fun.
That is a whole ass town, man.
Of the Gulf of Mexico. But Ted needed a room to get some work done, so I decided to explore and see what this whole place was all about. And as I headed up the escalator in the main part of the building, I was met with one of the largest arcades.
The pride of Mississippi. Yo! God, I love America so much. This is the type of shit that I do love.
I've ever seen in my life. They had everything. Rock climbing, zip lines, bowling, and even the globally known and incredibly popular game Stinky Feet. Apparently, this place used to be a failed Margaritaville casino that was converted into a family resort, which would explain the giant arcade floor. And as I explored a bit more and saw a pool and a theme park attached, I started to realize just how many Buffett quotes echoed throughout the halls. They were on screens.
The permit, oh God.
People talking about Jimmy to each other and to me. The quotes were all about.
Because I know you need like
a. And it started to feel
like I don't just, you know, I can't just do it. Like I know don't I need like a certificate?
Dinner, which was located above the arcade next to the volcano rock climbing wall. The menu was different here.
Yes, that's definitely happened.
That Ted and I really enjoyed, and I didn't.
I've definitely experienced that with my pets before.
Not a game.
High and not high. Sometimes they're just so cute. You want to tear up a little bit. You want to go to Target. Target would be fun.
And I didn't really want another fry.
It was good, but it's still scary.
Mississippi, and they had a catfish platter, so I went for it. And it was pretty.
1860? 1,860 calories? Are you fucking joking? Oh my lord. For one fucking meal? Dude. Holy shit. Dude. That's a run ender. Okay? One. Number two. No one, dude, I swear to God, people in the South live different. That's crazy. That is like, that's a meal that kills a small Victorian child. Easy. Okay? That is, there's so much oil there.
Rice and ranch.
There's no fucking shot. This is the joke where it's like coleslaw is a salad, brother. That's what it is. The only fucking green there is the cabbage. Is there fucking cauliflower, whatever the fuck they put in the coleslaw? I don't even know. That's crazy.
I know. Hassan is always going fucking cuckoo bananas.
For like the average woman, okay? Huh.
Good, but I really should have listened to my gut on this one because this fried food so frequently is starting to kill me. Then suddenly, an alarm went off. The room turned red and the volcano began to smoke. Like that time Justin Bieber used a smoke machine on his fans. It continued on for a while until the smoke stopped and this happened.
Is it Jimmy Buffett? Is he coming? Is Jimmy Buffett there?
Then after our meal, we hit the arcade.
Alright, Ted, go easy on him.
800 calories, not the caloric allotment for a woman? No. Anna Briella? 1,860 calories. 1,000. There's a 1 in front of the 800. 1,800 calories. That's fucking insane, dude. Put another one. Put one in front of it.
That's funny that your body is craving Sonic, even though you haven't had it in years.
Just before the whole thing closed, I played one final game of the world-famous Stinky Feet. The thing is, you need 2 players to play Stinky.
Bro, that's not even one meal. That's not even. I can't get over it. Oh my god. It's not just one meal. It's one main. There's drinks. There's an appetizer. That's not one meal. It's crazy.
incomplete, and Ted was busy on another game. So I charged my card twice and decided to play by myself. When a child no older than 4 walked up, grabbed the water gun, and started playing next to me without saying a word. And after a fierce battle, I won. I beat the child. I am the king of stinky feet. Today started with a lunch at the Margaritaville in Destin, Florida. Now, this
Ooh, chili
Margaritaville
tater
was
tots?
directly on the water. Unlike, say, the one at Universal
Chili
City Walk,
dogs.
this one was not themed to be on a beach. It just actually was on a beach. Our lunch
I could
here was
low-key
going to
have
be
a chili
my
dog
first
right
of
now.
2 Margaritaville
I
meals
have all
for
the
day. I got an
ingredients to
uptown
do so.
margarita, even though I'm getting
I mean, I don't have a hot dog bun,
cocktails so often. And
but
also
I
got
can use
salmon.
bread.
The
I can just
drink
use the
was
bread I
fine,
have.
And the salmon was actually pretty good, especially after a bunch of days of fried and road trip food. The view of our meal also featured a bunch of weird boats. That was just really fun for me to see a lot of boats that look like they're not supposed to be on the water. We then paid the check and got ready
Ooh,
to
chili
drive
cheese tots and a
just
corn
an hour and
dog.
a half before we had another Margaritaville meal.
This has nothing to do with Sonic, but I would love a pretzel with fucking mustard, bro, and nacho cheese. A pretzel with mustard and nacho
I
cheese.
can't speak for Destin. That was
That'd
very
be so good.
suspicious, okay? A lack of an eye at the end of that makes me feel uncomfortable. It's like one of those weird ass named places, but God,
I had tater tots not too long ago because my mom bought some from Domino's.
I will stand by that.
They're like loaded tater tots or whatever. She got some from Domino's.
Boardwalk area called Pier Park.
They're pretty
And
good.
even though it was a little bit cloudy, this location
They
was
are pretty
right on the
tasty.
water
I look
and
psychotic right now.
beautiful
They're pretty
getting. It was a
tasty.
great distraction because the last thing I wanted to do an hour and a half after my last meal was to eat a meal at the same restaurant in a different
You see
location.
microwave
The
hot dogs and
interior was
tortillas
pretty
with
big
barbecue
and
sauce.
elaborate compared to some
Ooh.
we'd seen, but the place was super busy, so Ted and I opted to sit at the
Oh,
bar.
Sonic has
I was
soft
still
pretzels,
so
period.
full from the salmon, but I decided to get a chicken quesadilla.
Yeah, I
for
would
my
love a
food
soft
and
pretzel.
what the fuck was it called? A Ruby Red Renegade for my cocktail. Why did I choose it? Because the name of the vodka in it was called Deep Egg, and that's my name, so I got it. Even though we were
Hello,
smart,
Marcy. I'm watching Hassan react to
perfect view of
Margaritaville.
a very blue-tinted TV screen
by Eddie
that
Burback.
exclusively showed Jimmy Buffett's Instagram posts, and boy, does this guy know how to post. You had to kind of squint to see what the pictures were.
You're still at the hospital? I, my love.
I
I want you to have a fast recovery.
You can charge for those buckets. Then we
Drop my thing. I want you to have a fast recovery, my love. Ooh, pigs in a blanket would be good. That's delicious. Pigs in a blanket.
Sunset. And wow, this was absolutely
Ugh.
beautiful. I had a great time wiggling my toes in the sand and staring at the
I don't really
sunset,
have much
but
to
you
talk
didn't
about,
see
y'all.
my toes because you didn't pay me.
I'll probably have something more exciting to speak of tomorrow, because hopefully tomorrow I can go get the phone fixed. And maybe shenanigans will ensue. So yeah. I just wanted to check in with you guys. Say hello.
Swimming in the water. I don't think the dolphins saw us, but if they did.
No, pigs in a blanket is a hot dog with like a crescent roll type of situation. Think of it like a beef Wellington, but like for poor people. And it's really good. They're really good. It's just hot dog and crescent roll. It's just really good. Like puff pastry?
Shut up. Okay, shut up and don't tell Mickey Mouse.
I'm for the people. I show my toes. This is free.
And slippery is dangerous. We got to the Margaritaville Hotel completely exhausted. This was another massive building. It featured a chandelier of margaritas and what seemed to be a Jimmy Buffett museum lining the hallway. The restaurant was attached to the hotel, so we sat down exhausted and starving. Now this menu was a bit classier than other locations. We ordered a shrimp ceviche and
They are really good with mustard.
both were pretty good, unlike my ginger margarita, which was not great. But my entree, the lemon tahini bowl, made this the best meal we had so far. Turns out the best meal you can have at Margaritaville is when you have food that isn't from the standard Margaritaville menu. And after an exhausting day, having some decent food and drinks was exactly what I needed. They also had a live band playing, and for the first time at Margaritaville, I was feeling it. I had Jimmy fever. Jimmy's concert footage was playing on screen, and it was a comforting presence
I know.
after a hard day. After
But yeah.
Jimmy had let me know that he had the last minute for his channel, so he
I have
got a
nothing else to
separate
speak
room,
of.
and I got hours all to myself.
My life is
Lucky for
boring.
me, I
I'm
was
sorry.
company because Jimmy
I don't have
was
any
on the
snacks.
hotel
I don't have
TV.
anything to like munch on
That's gotta
or
be
anything
weird,
like
right?
that. I don't know
mean,
what to
people
show
are
you.
going there specifically for
Um,
that, right? But after a certain
but yeah.
point, it's like, why is this dude everywhere?
Delicious.
Watching the hotel TV made me realize just how strikingly handsome and charming Jimmy was.
No sprinkle toes, no plans for tonight, my love. Probably just gonna watch TV with my mother.
Waking up on day 8, we had 2 Margaritavilles on the schedule. The first on the list was in Miami. As we headed into the city, we spotted the coolest guy that's ever lived.
What's he doing?
And then we pulled up to the Miami Margaritaville, which was right on
Yeah.
the
Super chill.
I don't know, I have nothing else to say.
About to give up on trying one cocktail at every Margaritaville. We just drank last night, and it's not even just about the alcohol, it's the sugar when you're having cocktail after cocktail. But for
I'm
now,
on dating apps,
last night
but
in Paris, and
my
good for
Bumble
me, this
is
one of the best cocktails
stuck on
I've had.
BFF.
A little hungover and exhausted, I spotted.
It's stuck on BFF.
I looked up at the
I haven't been on
once again on the
Hinge,
screen.
and I haven't been on Tinder either. I don't know, I just haven't been on them. I still have them, but I just haven't been on them.
They're pretty damn good. Now, if this
But
were
yeah.
a good taco stand
Anyways.
somewhere, they would be mediocre to kind of bad. But for now,
Any
we're
hoozles,
hitting the
I'm gonna
spot.
go.
It's time to look at Key West,
I
Florida.
love
We got
y'all.
lucky
Okay,
everybody
I'll
was
see you
there
guys
for the
later.
storm, but I gotta say,
When
once we
hopefully
actually hit
something
the
exciting
highway,
happens in my
this
life.
drive was absolutely
Um,
beautiful. If
and
you're
I
on the
can
way,
update you
the
guys
Florida
and
Keys
stuff.
are a collection of
But,
islands off the
yeah,
main
anyways,
coast.
I'm gonna go
In
continue
America,
watching my
these islands are pretty
YouTube
famous.
videos and killing my brain cells slowly.
Or our
Okay.
boy, Jimmy Buffett himself,
Bye.
whose entire culture
I love
around
you.
his songs is really
I just wanted to
based
say
on
hello.
Westworld.
I just
We
wanted to
made our
check
way to
in.
the Keys, and I was excited
Because I have no,
to
I
see
literally have
the
nothing to talk about.
location
So,
of the original Margarita.
but yeah,
But
anyways,
before we arrived, just
I
a
love
quick word
you.
from our sponsor. Hey guys, I just bought this new desk and I was a little worried it'd be too big, but I'm
Love
happy that I think
you.
it's the perfect size. I want to thank SoFi for
I'll go live again very soon.
It's not cheap to
Probably after I get the phone fixed. I'll probably go live again either tomorrow or on Sunday. But yes, anyways. Okay, bye.
So after checking in, we decided to go relax.
Adios.
Last year, when we did our Rainforest Cafe road trip,